Hopefully, that is going to be fine. This is going to be a weird stream. Welcome, you're saying. Let me know if the volume is all right. It's going to be an interesting stream considering this is a rhythm game, so I'm going to have to keep it up a little bit volume-wise, but I don't want to get too loud. Hey, Dynasty. I'll give people a minute or two to get in here. Now, I will say before I begin that... Actually, let me change one thing on my side here. Before I begin, I will say that there is a possibility that the stream gets postponed. The reason why is my father right now is working on a bathroom in the house. There may be drilling that's loud enough to get on stream, and I don't want to screw that up, but just letting you guys know. I plan on streaming for an hour or so, okay, I could play with 4 controllers, but I don't have a controller showing up on this. Yeah, let's play with the keyboard. Alright, so this is Just Shapes and Beats. It is, and I'm going to bring up the Steam store page, chaotic co-op musical bullet hell on doing 3 simple things: avoid shapes, move to kick-ass beats, and die repeatedly. So, kind of my jam. I like rhythm games, bullet hells. So apparently this is story mode, and we're gonna, well, just get right into it. Alone Square. Oh. Okay. Get the triangle. Okay, so just go towards the... Oh, it does actual damage to me. Okay. I see, so it's get to the target without taking damage. Okay, interesting. 5 JRPGs that would come to the PC. Persona games would be 1. Secret of Evermore. I don't know if that technically counts as a JRPG, but I'm gonna count it anyway. It's a good question, actually. The rhythm part is actually rather interesting, considering... Okay, so... Oh, okay, I see. I have a dash. Game didn't really tell me that, but it showed me via the... birds. So, okay, that adds another layer of difficulty to it. Yeah, so those 2 games, the Sudoku series, I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. Game value map? Okay. See if that does well for you, Freddy. I know I gotta be careful with that volume, but... Okay, some good music to start off, too. upbeat. Colors are clean. Colors are crisp. Good to see. I wonder if there is colorblind modes for this, though. Because I can see that red causing problems, but that's something I'll need to look into. Yeah, no problem, Fred. Yeah, I'm working on it, Dynasty. I'm not used to doing all the juggling of questions and things like that. Really do like the graphical presentation. They're staying so simple, and yet so, like, the animation work is rather well done. Okay, so... Oh, okay, so enter. Okay, there we go. No control prompts on that, so there's a little bit of strangeness on some of these. Secret of Mana, probably, along with Secret of Evermore. Okay, checkpoint. So there's checkpoints. Ow! Okay. So it resets you back to the checkpoint. That does sort of mess with the sound. So the idea here is that I need to dodge these to rhythm. If I could just stay over here. So yeah, I can see the bullet hell and why it classifies itself as a bullet hell. Because it's all dodging. And the rhythm part is getting an understanding of how everything is moving. Well, again, I want to try different game types, and so again, I'm gonna keep this stream shorter, but I want to try some new things that people haven't seen before. Yes, you do. Okay, checkpoint. Now, there is rhythm parts to this, but it feels like spatially there's also some, like, wiggle room here. Like that, like the rhythm part there wasn't necessarily needed. Like, I could just work myself to the top. So it is interesting that it's keeping me, like, going with the rhythm, but, like, I literally didn't move for, like, 2 seconds there. So there is this mix of rhythm and non-rhythm, so I don't know how I feel about that yet. We'll see how it plays out over the course of the game. But I can see where the rhythm, like, comes into play, though. Yeah, it gives an Undertale Heart vibe, you're right. Like, if you separated that out and put like a rhythm game to it. Oh. Boss fight. Oh, by boss fight. So there's memory pattern recognition as well, which it's done well with the color portion. I wonder if difficulty-wise it would make a difference. If there is even I don't remember seeing any difficulty portions. It's definitely different in terms of the genre, too. I think part of the interesting factor early on here is that, like, the game's rhythm can actually work against you in terms of, like, notice how I'm not really moving around right now, but the rhythm of the actual music sort of makes me want to move. So I'm, like, doing these little, like, little movements back and forth to keep to the rhythm. And I'm doing it not subconsciously, I'm doing it willingly, but it's almost like I don't need to. And I wonder if that's purposeful. Because part of me thinks that later on in the game, the rhythm is going to play an even more huge factor. Music for the pre-show while they set up. Oh, I see. That makes sense. I'll have to list the boss fight. I haven't learned a lot of their stuff. Now, rhythm games, of course, the soundtrack is going to make a huge difference, and the variety in particular is going to make a huge difference. So yeah, like this part seems a little bit simpler. It's very easy, though, that if you focus on one part of the screen, to not see what's coming. Like, you got to pay attention to everything. Whoa. Okay, like that, because if I wasn't paying attention to that, I would have gotten screwed. Like, you can't, in several cases, move fast enough on some of these portions. I said I would look at it after my top list. Give me time on that, because it's more so the fact that right now, like with all the stuff that I'm trying to do, not the list, but also like moving and like finding a new job, it's lower on the list right now on the subscribe star. Maybe I've got so many projects going that it's on that list, but it's just so far down it right now because I don't need it, and I know that people want to support me, but there's other ways to support me. See, I got trapped in the corner there because I wasn't paying attention too much. I do like... You know, I might have. That seems like something I would do. But this section's giving me a little bit of some trouble too, and this was the first one. So it makes me wonder, really. But I'm noticing that it's testing different rhythm and like not facial patterns, pattern recognitions. Like it's testing spatial, it's testing rhythm, it's testing like not precognition, but like prediction. So that's actually rather nice that that in the first couple levels they've done that. That's a good question. I mean, I've put out feelers for jobs. I haven't really gotten a lot of responses, and I think that's been bothering me. The funny thing is that I've gotten like people coming towards me from my LinkedIn and things like that for everywhere but Florida. Like not just around Chicago, but Tucson, Milwaukee, Colorado. It's just like, okay, can you give me something for, you know, the place that I'm trying to look towards? But we'll see. Okay, so that's showing... Okay, yeah, so those lines are disappearing as they get absorbed. Uh-oh. Ooh. Yeah, I'm liking the vibe of the game, especially this boss fight. Good rhythm games will catch that feel in their music, but it will show up in like the animation style as well without any problems. One of the things that I had a problem with Persona 5 Dancing All Night, or is it Dancing in Twilight, was the fact that sometimes the music and the dancing in the game didn't necessarily match. Like, each character had their own unique dance style, whether it be more like techno or ballet or something like that, but not every song it made sense in. And so, yep, I'm dead. Yep, parts of the square disappear. I wonder if that actually affects the... I don't know how it would affect your playable hit area, unless if one side was done. It seems to be random on that part, too. Okay, no checkpoints on this part. I know that he hit me. Okay, so that caused some damage to me. I'm gonna stay in this corner for the time being. I have half health. I'm liking how it's using this entire screen portion now. It's forcing me to move out of that corner. It's keeping me going, moving in rhythm now. With the rotation of the boss. That's nice. Ooh, boy. Yeah, no, that was... Quidget the Wonder Wiener. I don't think I've heard of that one. You'll have to link it to me. See, the interesting part about trying to stream a game like this, it was one that I was hesitant to stream because you got to be so focused on the audio cues. And you got to be so, semi-focused on that portion that, attempting to talk while doing it can be hard. I will say the music, at least on repetition, is still, it doesn't have that effect of, okay, immediately I don't want to hear anything. It's got that addictiveness to it. I could see it getting... No, I don't think I could see it getting, horribly old in time. Yeah, this part. Ooh. Your hitbot does become smaller? That's interesting. Okay, okay. Oh, boy. Ooh. Dang. Okay. I like the fact that, so, yeah, you don't attack. It's all dodging. I do like the fact, though, that even early on in the game, I'm having trouble, but one of my biggest complaints about rhythm games is that the difficulty curve, like that you want people to get adjusted to the game, but like once you get the basics down, you can up the difficulty curve a little bit. And I feel like this game is moving towards more of a more aggressive difficulty curve. There's also some memory patterns because knowing when these attacks are coming, it looks like it's pretty static in that portion. So like you notice the last time I was able to do a lot better, but I can't remember every pattern. So there's still sections that I'm going to take damage in. Oh, I want to stay down here for the shower. It's really hard not to like sort of sing along to the beat of sorts. Ah, damn it. It's also very hard not to curse. Spacing is also interesting. There is something really, I don't want to say addictive, but there's something mesmerizing about the animation style. Like the simplicity, but damn. Okay, getting. I think this should be the final run. Hopefully, this game is hard, but it's hard in a really unconventional way. Cause, like, I feel like the difficulty is just like right there, like it's right on the edge. But if you have like a really good rhythm, or you know the song very well, it's gonna play to you very easily. Oh, wait, did he change his pattern up? I'm pretty sure he did. Oh, crap, I don't even know if he changed his pattern up. Dang. Took unnecessary damage there. That's gonna hurt. I also like the fact that of how it's changing speeds. Like, the beats per minute, I want to say, are staying relatively the same, but the speed of the inner guy is changing. Shit. Was not in the right position for that. Took too much damage. Hopefully I've learned enough from those other portions. So he goes down. Yeah, it's that one right there that takes up most of the screen. I need to fight to the left of him on these because he always goes right, but I wonder if he'll go right or left in that case. Yeah. You can't like take a second off. Like you would think that, okay, the start of the song would be easier, but no, it's not. Not if you get into this like false sense of security, and then all of a sudden you're taking damage. I admit I am really digging this game though. Like, absolutely digging it. Like, a unique concept, gameplay that's familiar yet different at the same time, a mashup of two genres. Two of my favorite ones, too. In shmup, bullet hells, and rhythm. A style that does what it needs to, but doesn't, like, overdo it. Now, I will... You know, one of the things I wanted to say before starting this stream that I failed to do is that I see this game having problems for people with seizures. Ah, fudge. Stay in the corner if I... Okay. Okay, I'm in a lot better shape than last time. I want to get to the left. Dang it. Yeah, so the left, he always does the left part. But then it screws up the timing on that thing. Oh, boy. Woo! I really like the difficulty tweaks in the game. Like, you don't have checkpoints at bosses, but you also have more health. Okay. That is a good observation there. See, now, that's the perfect, like, sort of difficulty curve, too. Like, you have this... Like, that took me a couple attempts. I wasn't able to get through it on the first time, but I also didn't get to the point of frustrated. Like, I got further and further in the fight over and over again, but I didn't get to the point where it's just like, okay, I want to throw my thing against the wall. There's a certain point where that's cool and that's fine to do, but like that's got to come later. So it's good to see that the difficulty is, you know, where it needs to be early on here. Trees. Ah. Okay, I love... Oh, man, I love that style. And the title screen. I will admit, I had not heard of this one. Actually, come to think of it, did I miss this in my Game of the Year stuff? Yeah, it was a 2018 game. Ugh, I feel bad for not seeing this on the... Okay, hold on. I know I'm doing this in the middle of stream, but for those who don't know, I do overlook game lists of the year, and this seems like it would be a perfect candidate for it because I hadn't heard of it. So I'm taking a look here. 50,000 to 100,000. Okay, it would have just been outside the range, like literally outside the range. But you know what? It still could make my gameplay list. Oh, he's sad. Why weren't there prompts like that earlier? Like, it prompted me there, but when I needed to do that before, it didn't. Oh, this is adorable. This is absolutely adorable. Some really good definitions on these trees. Everything's triangles, circles, and squares. Like, you could see the definition of them. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't punch the square. No, not my friend. I love the fact that the music is in rhythm too. The Senran Kagura game. Yes, I will be looking at it, and it may show up sooner than you think. I didn't design this. I believe it was Swords who gave me the recommendation here to play this. And now, on one hand, I'm loving this, but on the other hand, I'm sort of in the back of my mind cursing him out because I had my lists relatively, like, solid, but I needed to, like, you know, find the placement, but this one's going to throw a wrench in this, in the gameplay portion. Which is a good thing, but it's also a, oh, dang it! Now, I thought I was done. Because, yeah, this is looking like it's gonna deserve a spot on the list. I'm not sure where yet. It'll really make a difference how it keeps it up. Ow! Ouchies. Oh, it's moving the screen, too. Don't eat the triangles. They say like 3 triangles a day at most. Ah. Woo! Chaos Child, let me take a look. I don't remember on that one. I know that I have been, like, replanning things on the channel in terms of how I cover things. Like, I know there's going to be games that I'm always going to be behind on, but I feel like there's a way for me to cover them later on, but, like, give myself a little bit of time. See, now there is moments where I feel like regardless of how fast you are, you have to know what's coming, like off-screen portions like that. Yes. Okay. One more time. We got this. Yeah, I just couldn't remember it off the top of my head. Stay high and dry. At least for now. I wonder if... if the more danger is on sides where there seem... like, I'm noticing a pattern where, like, more substance on one side usually means that things are coming from that side more often. Like, if there's, like, a hill on the ground... I knew that was coming. Dude, shit. Yeah, it does. Simple but effective on the presentation. Like, there's no... Dang it. I like the Mario sounds too. Like it's almost going back to like Atari, then Super Mario, and then like those pipe sounds. And the mushroom sound. Whew. A lot of fun. I've been utterly impressed by this. Okay, why is the hill grounded? I'm talking about the little the upside down tree symbol there. No. No. Okay. The Art of War. I like it is telling a story too, like an actual story. Okay, so we got a non-boss fight. That's nice. Change it back a little bit. Maybe backed off a little bit. Uh-oh. See, I was wondering how they were going to handle slower-paced songs. Which, okay, this technically isn't slower pace, but like ones that focus on slower beats as their primary. But it looks like they're going to focus with slower, but a lot more on screen. Which makes sense. I also like that the dash, like, there's something about the dash where I can control its, like, area a little bit more than usual, even though it's the same distance. Like, I can string multiple dashes in a row. Ah. Oh, shit. Oh, stuck in here. Not going anywhere. Go in circles like it did. There we go. See you, Yasin. Oh, the same guy who did Super Hexagon. That makes a lot of sense. And welcome, Ignat. Yeah. Okay. So same Super Hexagon OST one. At least one of the creators on this song. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like I could see that. Even though the other one was a bit more upbeat from what I remember. Okay, so Termination Shock, Sevcon, Cascade. Let's go Termination Shock. I love the little blue trail behind it, too. Like, just like, not overdone, but gives you a sense of direction enough. Oh, those are surprisingly more difficult to dodge than it looks. Fuck. Okay, missed that one. That's fine. Okay, now they're adding... they introduce what part, and then they add a little bit more to make it more difficult. Uh-oh. Those are going to come back to haunt me, aren't they? Longer song. Based on just the speed of the checkpoints there. Okay. Okay. Start with full health on these checkpoints. That's nice. Boss fights are ultimate test of skill where you gotta go from the beginning, but this one's a little bit more lenient. Oh, now you're gonna go vertical on me, eh? Oh, now you're gonna go vertical and horizontal. Okay. Okay. Sure. Testing all the directions. Making sense for your progression. I see how it is. In case you haven't figured it out, I'm being a little sarcastic there. That it's actually well designed level-wise. Like progression, testing what you just learned, upping the challenge in a reasonable way. Besides, like, some of the weirdness of, like, off-screen stuff, which feels like, okay, can feel a little bit unfair. I'm not seeing a lot of problems with this, like, gameplay-wise. Like, simple but effective. Something about the... And, like, there's deception, too. Like, something about the curve size. Like, it could be hard to judge at first, but the position's the same as it was before. It's really hard not to just, like, get into the super focus mode right now. Because I don't think I have that many lives left. Because I think I've used 2 checkpoints? There we go. I do wonder why it goes off screen for a second there. And why it doesn't just bounce off the screen, considering it's just a success. Sevcon, Big Giant Circle. If you name your band Big Giant Circles, I don't know whether to applaud you or make... No, actually, I'm going to applaud you. Big Giant Circles. Simple. I also like how, like, each level seems to have its distinct design. Like, the little, like oscillation of the orb back and forth here, like, that's unique to this level so far. Like, yeah, other ones had movement patterns or lasers like that, but this has, like, it feels the thematic. It also helps that the boss is big giant circles. Oh, dang it. Went a little bit too far on that one. Oh, I am getting a little dizzy with the way that moved. Oh, the circle and the counter circles. Don't stare at that for too long. Fudge. Oh, fudge. Give me a second. You can't hear the music? I'll up it a little bit more. Hopefully that's a little better. Let me know if, Hey man, what's up? Oh, and I took damage. It's really hard to play a rhythm game and then to pay attention to the chat as well. It's what I'm learning very, very quickly. I do wonder what kind of development team made this, like, size-wise. Because I could see this being like a two... Well, besides the music, obviously, there's a lot of different music involved, but... Don't stare too much at that, or I'm gonna feel sick. I also see multiple, like, angles in terms of, like a bullet hell. You can get through sections in a lot of different ways, but... One superpower, eh? Now, are we talking overpowered superpowers or, like, reasonably balanced superpowers? Is my question. Because I feel like there are levels to, like, these superpowers. Like, okay, flight, yeah, it's nice to have, but it's not, like, overpowerful. But the ability to, like, throw fireballs, okay, that's a little bit, you know, more substance-wise. Any superpower. See, the problem is that, like, there's a difference between, okay, am I saving the world or am I just getting this for the sake of getting this? Because I'd end up choosing, like, something like, what's her name from Hero Academia? The person who can make, like, items from herself. Because I think it would be, like, really super creative. And just to mess with people. Oh. Yeah, don't go towards the middle when it's a fireworks type theme. The problem with Shadow Clone, I mean, the Shadow Clone Jutsu would be useful in cases of, like, you know, trying to review all these video games that I try to review. But on the other hand, I feel like that would have a lot of consequences that you just don't realize out on the surface. Like, a lot of, like hero shows, like, show, okay, this is how they, you know, handle these situations. But off screen, I bet they have major problems, like the clones fighting each other. I am glad that the game gave an epilepsy warning at the start, because I could really see this game, like, causing problems for certain people. It's actually, though, the difficulty there, unfortunately, and something I said that YouTube really should do at some point, is that, like, with a game like this, like, if it gets detected in the YouTube side that this is, you know, like a game that could cause, you know, seizures, but, like, on YouTube, the creator may not actually say, oh, hey, this could cause seizures, don't watch this if you don't have it. The good creators do. Some creators don't even realize it, but, I do wonder if YouTube should be a little bit more proactive on that side. Like, I know that, like, epilepsy, people who suffer from it, like, they've been warned about that, but sometimes, like, you just don't understand, you know. Can I not die here? I took, like, several hits. This just seems like a party. I wonder if this is gonna come into play in the boss fight. Oh God! Oh great, volcano. Volcanoes follow me everywhere. Run, little... But I have to leave my friend. He's a pirate ship with a literal pirates... I want to save my friend. See ya, Ignat. And I saw 3 members. That's impressive. What's it with the studios, like, really impressing me lately from an indie side having only 3 members? Like, Wandersong. Good job, Sean. Wondersong also had 3 members. Now, obviously, it's a little bit different in this case because they got, so, like, you know, different sets of music, so it's more than 3 people as a whole, but... Oh god, it's pyramid. Is it a pyramid scheme? I don't know. Oh, ow! Now it's throwing target logos at me. Come on. You're doing good for the first run on this one. Ow. Come on. Almost done. Nope, 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 nope. Ah. Wanders. Yeah, I've gotten better there. So close, like literally I think the last verse. But on a first attempt on the boss fight, that's not bad compared to the other one. Oh, those snakes' movements. E, oh, ow, E, oh. If you're in the wrong spot, you're taking a shit ton of damage, which I just did. All right, I think this run's gonna be a fail run, but... Yeah, something about those snakes are very, very, like, deceptive. Like, I still haven't put my finger on it. Like, they move in a predictable pattern, but, like, it's almost not? I think speed is less concerning here. Like, small movements will get me through it. I was about to say, I want to go to the other side, because he always starts on that one side. Like, moving that way. But by doing that, I took damage again, so... Oh. That was just bad movement on my part. Get close to him when the snakes come. Learn his patterns. Does that portion to the side. Oh, barely missed that. I don't know. Is anybody else hearing like Egyptian type? Music there? Because like for some reason it so like told me like it like Egyptian style for some reason. I don't know why I think Egyptian. let's see, 8:30. I'll play this a little more. I know I said I would only do an hour, but honestly, I'm having a little bit too much fun at this point. Which is the sign of a game that probably knows what it's doing. When you, like, allocate a period of time to, you know, so you can work on videos and things like that, but then you're like, nah, let's just play a little bit more. I knew Momo, okay. I know I gotta catch up on that series. I gotta catch up on a lot of anime. I'm gonna be in the office tomorrow, so maybe that's a good time. Because I'll be watching, like, data most of the day. I know I should be doing, like, actual, like, software development. A lot of people would say, oh, White, you're a software engineer. Shouldn't you always be doing development? Well, it's one of those things where it's like, you know a day's going to be bad, so you're going to be like, okay, I'm going to focus on something, like, very, very small, because I know that the support calls are going to come in and the chaos is going to happen. For anybody who doesn't know, I do software for, right now I do it for heating and air conditioning systems, like rooftop units, air handling units, like controlling pressures and things like that. This is the first vocals portions. And I'm in the Chicagoland area. Chicago right now is very cold. Tomorrow it's supposed to be in like the negative 40s or 50s wind chill. And so I have a feeling I'm going to get a lot of calls like, how do we heat up this building? Story mode is around 2.5 hours. Okay, that's good to know. But it's got other elements to it, I noticed. And these are the kind of game things that you would want to play over and over again. Is there... I do wonder, is there a... Steam Workshop for this? Like, if this is it has Steam Workshop capabilities, ooh. Yes, I do notice that there are certain phrases that I use a lot, and lately one of my big checks is that, I go through and make sure that I only use certain phrases, you know, a certain amount of times. So, I don't know what it is about, like, this week, but yeah, no, it's this week with the wind chill. It's supposed to be negative 40, negative 50. I don't know if it's just coming off the Great Lakes or if it's just bad predictions, but it's been pretty cold around here too. I mean, we got a good case of snow, but yeah, negative 40, negative 50, we haven't ever hit anything like that. Negative 24 on the way home. I don't know how you do it on a regular basis, Dynasty. Where am I? There we go. Of the list I've been making sure, yes. Like, even like the story mode, like it has like it's a storytelling element, but it's simple, but for some reason, like, I'm drawn to it. It's probably like the unique presentation and like the use of the shapes. It's really the presentation when it comes down to it, but there's something just like it. This game is like captivating in very specific ways. Dev said he was working on a Steam Workshop map maker. Okay, that I mean, right now, the game is going to get a recommendation for me for anybody who likes rhythm games, like, of any sort. Even people who may not like rhythm games may find something here, like with like shmups and bullet hells in particular. If you wanted to get like more into rhythm, but you never really like got into it, I could see this game being like a gateway game. Like a gateway, sort of like a gateway drug, but it's games, so it only ruins part of your life. I wonder when they started development of this. What's interesting about this game is that it's making me ask questions that usually I don't necessarily care about. Like, I usually don't care about, like, okay, how long did it take to develop the game? Okay, the final product makes the difference, and yeah, I'd like to know how long it took, but, like, not specifically ask that question. But this game is getting me to ask, like, man, I want to know what the development cycle of it was. Like, what were the original prototypes? Because, I mean, obviously they refined it to this, which is fantastic. How did I miss this the first time? I'll have to look at the top 500 on... So there's the top 500 Steam games, like that uses, like, underrated games. Tries to, you know, match, like, sales versus, like, user reviews. And I usually go through that as one of my checks for my underrated games of the year. Oh, this is just kicking my ass. And I don't remember seeing this. Did I just miss it? I must have, obviously, but I'm feeling like really shitty for missing it. Because I could see this being in... It wouldn't have beaten Wonder Song, I don't think. It wouldn't... would it have beaten Zero Ranger, though? I would have to play more to find out. Because it would have been right there. At first glance. That's always the unfortunate side effect of, you know, trying to cover as many things as possible and just not finding that one section. That one game that you know that you should have covered. Because the whole stick of this channel is, yeah, you know, I'm going to play, you know, a popular game once in a while, but my goal is to find those, you know, gems. And this is looking like a gem. See you later, Fred. I'll probably be calling it soon right now, stream-wise, just to get back to... Because I need to get back to the disappointments video just for the sake of... If I'm going to make Friday, I need to get that some of that work done before the rest of the night is over. I also want to catch Andrea before she gets off work soon, so... Damn. Not your kind of genre? Yeah, I can see that. It's one of those games that it's either gonna hit with you or it's gonna miss with you, and for some it's gonna miss hard, but again, there are gonna be those niche games. that's going to be perfect for the audience in question that it's going for. And this is one where rhythm gamers, I could see co-op, shmup gamers can find a lot of entertainment out of this. Damn. All right. I think, let's do it one more time. You know a game is great when you're trying to find excuses to keep on playing it. It took a lot of time development. I remember it in 2 to 3 pack stands. Okay. But 2 to 3 years, like consecutive years on other games, because like 2 to 3, I don't know if I would consider that like incredibly long, especially if they were not like doing it full time. Because like what's deceptive about this is like you see this like simple game on the surface, right? But getting those patterns down, like those perfect patterns based on music, that's gonna take like a lot of iterations. Like I don't think people understand at times how much can go into the rhythm portions of it, because you need it to be like easy to recognize but still challenging. And it could just be you bashing on it and trying these attempts over and over again. At least that's my perception of it. Don't take that to like as the this is the one and only opinion, but like software wise, well, I'm finding excuses. So my what's the word I'm looking for? My goal was to stream for an hour. And that because I'm a person who does a lot of time planning, so that, you know, I lock this piece of time out, this piece of time out. And my goal this week is to get that disappointment videos done, you know, be supportive to my girlfriend, and get a couple of other things ready for her visit next week. So I got to take all that into account. And so when I went to sit down to, you know, okay, how much time can I stream this week? I can stream an hour today, and then maybe like, you know, 2 hours on Thursday, depending on how much I got done. But I'm actively now fighting this idea of, okay, I'm really enjoying myself, enjoying playing the game. I know I got to get back, so I need to figure out, okay, what are the excuses for me to get back? Because that's my goal for the week. So I'm finding excuses to turn it off, but not in the way that you think. $2013. Okay. All right. I'm going to call it there. Well, before I do that, though, I want to see the other modes. Because obviously this is story mode, but once I get past the 2.5 hour story mode, I want to see the other portions of the game. So obviously I want to, and what's the casual mode? We get it, it's hard, but worry not, you can cruise the after, blah, blah, blah. Real challenges, await and challenge runs. Okay, well, back to the title. Multiplayer. Multiplayer is in... Interesting. There's a multiplayer section, so I'm assuming it's going to be head-to-head. Okay, so it's complete in story mode first. Are there ones outside story mode? Okay. So it's usually just the ones that I've unlocked. Okay. Alright. Alright. So there's some other modes. Once you get to the story mode, I will be interested to see. Let's go back here. You got complete in story mode, and then dash 1,000 times, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 other songs. So, okay. There could be other unlocks that I don't know about, but unlock stuff. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to give my final thoughts on the game. Basically, this is, if I were to score this right now, and again, realize that I haven't done my full analysis, haven't done, what I do for normal reviews, but I see this being like in that low 90s area because I can't see a lot of flaws to it. There are certain levels where you can have like moments where like, okay, it can feel a tiny bit unfair when a thing pops up from the top and it doesn't seem like you have a lot of time to react. But it's got the great parts of a rhythm game and the great parts of a shoot 'em up or bullet hell, and mixes them together in a way where you can play to one strength. You can play to the rhythm part, you can play to the like spatial awareness part, but both ways can work and still be effective. I like the health system in both that are different in the boss and the regular play mode. The fact is that it's a little bit more forgiving in the regular play mode to a certain extent, but you have more health in the boss fights. And each fight has seemed different, like not just from a dodging standpoint, but from like each level seeming to have its own theme to it, where, okay, you got like, oscillating circles, or you got these snakes that are, moving around in a different way. It doesn't test the same thing twice. I do have a little complaint at the start of the game where, it doesn't give the tutorial like it does once the title screen comes up. That was a little weird. Like, okay, I need to press enter here. You showed me enter in this one, but you didn't show me on the other ones when I didn't know exactly what I needed to hit to like select the stage. That's a minor nitpick though. Music is addictive. It doesn't, like, even on the repeated attempts, there isn't like, I don't want to leave. And like some games, you get to that one song in the track where you're like, okay, just, you want to mute it, but in a rhythm game, you really can't. But here, none of the songs that I've run into have hit that point. Granted, it is the kind of music that I would listen to when I'm coding, so that sort of helps. Honestly, I say not like a low 90, but even then, it's like it's hard for me to justify low, where it does what it's set out to do so well. Maybe variety in gameplay in the long run. And the only thing I'm concerned about is like the playlist over time. I do have to check. What is the price on the game? $20. For 20, the number of songs is great, but I feel like you could get a little bit more out of it. That could be a little bit of an issue for some people, but the fact that he's also working on the Steam Workshop makes me think that, okay, hold on a second, that may even be a little bit overblown. There's a casual mode for people who want to. That's good, but it doesn't throw it right at you. Like, it doesn't say, oh, is there bindable keys? There is no bindable keys. That's a little bit of a problem. There's a photosensitive mode. That's good. That's really good. Thank you for somebody mentioning that. Also, sorry that you're catching the end of the stream, Freeze. I'm just going over my final thoughts on the game. I may play this again though, because it is addictive. But I got to get to that disappointments list. Resolution, sound, everything like that, looking good. Honestly, my final thought is that, if you like rhythm games at all, buy it. I mean, even for $20, it's like, I'm sort of wanting to sit there and going, okay, I'll just do my disappointments list tomorrow or something. But it's addictive, it's fun, and no, I can't really say anything a lot wrong with it. All right, next stream will be Thursday. It will be of the Resident Evil 2 remake. I'll be playing that more through. Once in a while, I will play, like the Killer 7 one, which that review will be coming after the lists. I will play a game a little bit more. They also have been adding songs over time. There's like 9 new songs for Vanilla. That's good to hear. That's actually, that's even more if it brings it back, because even if you sprinkle it in here and there, like you get another couple songs, you go and replay it, and then you want to play those other songs again because it's gone long enough. So that's good to hear. Thank you, Another, for all the information, by the way. That's been really helpful. And these streams, these indie investigation streams, like, it's my attempt to get more coverage out there for these types of games that I can't do, like, my regular reviews on, and like that kind of information is really helpful to people. So thank you for that. Anyway, I'm gonna say goodnight. Thank you, everybody, and I will see you next time. Later.